Buzz.
Flying where?
Going to like, share, and subscribe.
Okay guys, let's continue our second class in addition and subtraction part 2. Today we are going to learn about subtraction. What is subtraction? Subtraction is basically when you are going to remove some things or reduce the things. It is called subtraction. Okay, so moving forward with the numbers of subtraction with the numbers, how we continue. So whenever we subtract, we write down two numbers, one on top, other one in the under that one. So whenever we are writing down two numbers, the number on top is called minuend, 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 and the other number which is written under that one is called subtrahend, subtrahend, subtrahend. So what are we doing here? We are deducting subtrahend from minuend. Then how we will get the difference, or we can say we will get the answer, but this answer is called difference. So we will see how we will deduct. 5 minus 2 is equal to 3, 6 minus 4 is equal to 2, 8 minus 3 is equal to 5, and 7 minus 2 is equal to 5. So this is our answer, which is also called difference. So whenever they say you have to find a difference, so they will give you a minuend and then they will give you a subtrahend. So you need to just deduct the subtrahend from minuend and you get the difference. Okay, let's go with the properties of subtraction. Properties. Okay, so the first property is subtracting 0 from any number. Subtracting 0 from any number. So what do you think? Whenever we subtract 0, what will happen? Nothing will change because 0 don't have any value. So whenever we subtract 0 from any number, we get the same result. There's no change in that one. Same goes with addition also. This property was same with the addition. Whenever we are adding 0 to any number, there's no changes in the answer. It's the same one. Okay. Second, second property is subtracting 1. Subtracting 1 from any number. So whenever we are subtracting 1 from any number, what we will get? We will get the predecessor. Previously in our previous videos we have learned about a successor and predecessor. From there we get this thing also. Subtracting 1 from any number, we get the predecessor. So if anytime they will ask you find the predecessor, you already know that you are going to subtract 1 from that number. Or when they will ask you minus 1 or subtract 1 from so and so number or subtract 1 from this number, you know that you are going to find a predecessor. And the third property is if the same number is subtracted. Same number is subtracted. What do we mean by if the same number is subtracted? Same number is subtracted, that means suppose if you have 27 books and someone asks you to give these 27 books to another person, so you are subtracting the same number. 27 books, you are subtracting 27 minus 27, so you are using the same number to be subtracted. So answer we will get is 0. So whenever you are subtracting same numbers, answer you will get is 0. And after this one, the most important property of subtraction is we have to follow an order. We have to follow order. What does it mean? Following order. In addition, we have learned that time that we don't have to follow an order. We can add in any order. Like first number second, second number first, we can add in any order. But when we are subtracting, we have to follow an order. We have to subtract a subtrahend from a minuend. Example, 8627 minus 3416. So when you are going to subtract, you have to follow an order. That means subtrahend will be subtracted from minuend. We cannot subtract minuend from a subtrahend. Okay, so what are we going to do? 7 minus 6 is equal to 1, 2 minus 1 is equal to 1, 6 minus 4 is equal to 2, and 8 minus 3 is equal to 5. So we get the answer, or we get the difference of these two numbers is 5211. This is the way we are going to subtract the numbers. So what is the most important thing you have to remember whenever you are adding or subtracting is follow the place value ones, tens, hundreds and thousand as it is. And secondly, in addition you can follow in any order, but when you are subtracting you have to follow a certain order. You cannot skip the order. Always subtrahend is written after minuend. Okay, so let's go with one example. Suppose Ram have 326 pencils. He give away 218 pencils. So how many pencils are left with him? How many pencils are left with him? So you try to pause the video over here and attempt this question by yourself. Let's see if you can solve it. If you can solve, it's very good. If you cannot solve, then you need to practice some more. Okay, so let's continue how we are going to solve. So Ram is having 326 pencils. So we'll just write down total pencils. How many he have? Total pencils, this is the answer, is equal to 326. Then he gave away how many pencils? 218 pencils. So given away pencils is how many? Is equal to 218. So we need to find the difference. Yeah, so left pencils, how many? He is left with how many pencils? Left over pencils with him, or you can write down pencils left with him is equal to, we will minus this one, these two figures. So how we will get 16 minus 6 minus 8 we cannot do, so 6 will borrow 1 from 2, so it will become 16 and 2 will become 1. 16 minus 8 is equal to 8, 1 minus 1 is equal to 0, 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. So he is left with 108 pencils. Okay, this will be your answer. This is how we are going to do the deductions, or you can say subtractions. Okay guys, and sorry so this is the way how we are doing the subtractions. Always two things we need to remember. First thing is we will follow the place value chart. According to that one we are going to write down the numbers and then we are going to deduct. And secondly, the important thing is we will always deduct the subtrahend from minuend. Okay, so by the time you can practice with some more questions and make your concepts more clear. Further on in our next classes we will discuss about some word problems also. When we are solving a word problem, you basically need to understand what the question is asking you to do. Is the question is asking you to add up, or it's asking you to remove some things? Is it going to increase the things, or it is going to decrease the things? If it is going to increase the things, then you have to add, but if it is going to decrease the things, you have to subtract. Okay, so these things you need to keep in mind. So practice some more by the time. Thank you.
Was it fun? Yes. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.